Sex addict. Primary school teacher asks if he can spank a female trainee with a paddle. Okay. And forges letter ordering school to study on corporate punishment. At least it would have been an interesting class, I suppose. So obviously, guys, in case you can't tell, this is in Australia. Yeah. Interesting class. A primary school teacher registration has been cancelled after he asked a female trainee if he could spank her bottom with a paddle. Well, why not, I suppose. The male teacher admits he was suffering from a sex addiction when he was fantasized about corporal punishment between adults, which relieves stress for him. I suppose, if you want to call it that, yeah, it would relieve stress, sure. As well as teachers' disciplinary tribunal launching an investigation and ultimately banning him from returning to the classroom. The man was also convicted for forging 2 letters on a university letterhead. Oh boy. The first note was seeking participation for a confident university study on corporate punishment, and a teacher was presented it to a female colleague referred to as Mrs. A, who was assisting in his classroom. Just days later, he presented Mrs. A second letter on the same letterhead outlining individuals who be asked to give one another 4 hard swats on the bottom using a school paddle, the tribunal said. Yeah, I'm thinking the sex addiction was probably his only way out of this. Mrs. A became extremely uncomfortable and disclosed what she still believed to be a confident study to the school principal. How did she believe this was a real study? The principal made inquiries and established that there was no study, and the researcher named in the letter was not a member of the staff at the university. The school began a disciplinary process in which he discussed his sex addiction problem. The respondent apologized to Mrs. A and acknowledged his actions were nothing short of dishonest and self-serving, the report said. He pled guilty in the district court for forgery and was ordered to pay Mrs. A an emotional harm payment of $2,500. Did he actually get to spank her in the end? Because that $2,500, that's actually not a bad price, you know, for like several spanks and stuff like that. If you want to go to like a brothel or a dungeon or something, you can have a pretty good time with that. So if he had to pay $2,500 and didn't even get to spank her in the end, he might have just been better off going to for a dungeon or a brothel or something. But yeah, I suppose he didn't expect to get caught. Although for $2,500, you'd think it would just been a threat to spank her, and if he had actually done it, you'd think he would have had to pay more than that. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Names of the teacher, the trainee, and the school were all suppressed, and the teacher is not allowed ever to teach again. On the bright side, though, he's going to get plenty of job offers to work in a domination club. So, hey, it's all good news for him. Guys, at the end of the day, obviously, look, obviously this is no joking matter. He was spanking a girl, well, not against her will, because she did, well, was going to do it or something. So, you know, obviously, look, forging letters is bad, especially when you go spanking your assistants, okay? If you want to spank your assistant, find one that's at least into it. There's plenty of girls out there that like it, trust me. But guys, look, at the end of the day, that's a very long story. But at the end of the day, guys, look at the end of the day, look, obviously what he did was wrong. He broke the law, and he had to pay $2,500. And at the end of the day, he probably would have just been better off going to something like Hellfire Club. Don't ask me how I know those club names, but yes, that's actually a real club in Australia. By the way, if you're into that, go to Hellfire Club. But guys, at the end of the day, look, yeah, he's obviously had to pay the $2,500, and I don't think he actually got to do anything in the end, so he would have just been better off going to someplace like that. But guys, I don't know, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did you think he ended up getting to spank her in the end? Do you think it was just him trying to do it and he never got anywhere? Have you heard of anybody doing anything like this before? Have you dated anybody that's been into spanking or bondage? I might talk about that in a story time video. Just saying. But guys, yeah, look, obviously at the end of the day, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'm going to go and spank my sub. Have a great day and enjoy.